There is not even just Tekken here at Elf events. There is a lot of Tekken players here, but like I said, we do have Injustice and we have Street Fighter in the back. There's going to be Dragon Ball FighterZ events as well.
Yeah, that's coming on the 27th.
Yep, 27th. You heard it. Dragon Ball FighterZ. I can't wait for that because this is not a sequel to anything. This is a new game, a franchise that we all know and love, and it's kind of bridged the gap between all the communities.
Wait a minute, why is my drink over there?
I moved it because I thought it was needed extra. I thought someone else. I thought it was someone else's. I was looking out for the stuff.
Fair enough. Okay, sabotage. Right, so 2 players, one of which I actually do know. The one on the right here is HarleyKris. He is one of us, one of our guys, an elf guy. One of us. We have assimilated HarleyKris already. He's actually one of the collective. And the guy he's playing against is LGN. I've not actually seen him before. It's his first time here, so I couldn't tell you.
No, I've never seen the player on the left side either.
Yeah, we've got a whole new group of people.
Really
another
good.
guy who's new to the casual events anyway, is a guy who's actually standing in front of me, who's actually on Team Bliss, is Danny.
Okay.
And he's Jack user, and he was actually at our Week Geek event. He entered that tournament.
Nice. Good to see the people that actually come to one event and they enjoyed it, so they come back again. That's a good thing, retention, that people didn't come once and be like, oh, I'm never going back to that, but that's definitely not a quality that you have with Elf events. They always come back.
So here we go, we've got LGN using Jack. We've got Team Something Terrible's HarleyKris using that horrible mechanical cow, Elisa.
Elisa, oh god, I hate this character.
Don't like her at all.
Right, so now just back against the wall, you can just see him just pressuring quite a bit and catches him full combo and shoulder to take it. 1 round up.
Do you know, the thing with Jack, I used to use Jack, and do you know, when I pick him up now I feel dirty.
How come?
Because he's actually really simple to use. You don't realise how easy to use until you use a character which requires a certain amount of execution.
Right, okay. So his execution is not very difficult. It's more of his gameplay, because we see a lot of Saint use him, and people say Jack is
brain dead.
Yeah, and overpowered because there's a lot of Asian players that use him. But wow,
I know, right? How do you get caught by that?
Tries to go for
he gets hit.
Interrupted.
That's it. Just keep going for the lows because they're working.
That's blocked there. Doesn't get the full punish. Oh, we have again is enraged, so really actually made use of it. Oh, old school.
He needed to hit him when he was getting up, and that would have been it. Hits him again.
Oh,
there you go.
It.
Buys himself a lifeline.
Something terrible on the board. HarleyKris. He's up.
Wow.
And it just rolls out of it as well. Old school Jack, man. Oh man, Tekken 2 and Tekken 1 stuff.
Yeah, it works. See that launcher, that little metallic cow just did, always seems to catch me.
Yeah.
It seems to have a long starter, but
people throw it out
so quickly.
People throw it out, and you don't think they're going to do the second hit again.
Yeah.
Oh, misses the chop, but then just gets him with the up. Bang! Fingers.
So Team Bliss, LGN, manages to take off HarleyKris.
Then you have the
got
next
our next
player
character, Sammeth. Now I've seen Sammeth before. He's been down to our casual events. I'm not entirely sure if he's been to one of our tournaments yet. I think he may have done.
Okay, I haven't seen him before. There's another person that I have never seen. Because there's so many people that come to elf events. I'm like, who is this?
We have a lot of people, don't we?
Yeah.
A lot of people pass through our doors. You're still on. You will stay on now until you lose.
This is a sort of mock run for the team tournament we're having next month. If I remember correctly, then the actual tournament will be 5 rounds as opposed to 3 that we're doing today.
See, I was thinking about that. And this is why I wanted to do this today, to see whether or not 3 rounds or 5 rounds was too long.
Yeah.
And I think 3 rounds is certainly a lot, it gives a lot of hype.
Yeah.
But 5 rounds could potentially go on for a really, really long time.
That's true. from a logistics point of view, it is you know, a long time because you can go back and forth. I would love 5 rounds because you 3 rounds up and you're not finished yet. You're not finished yet. You can't relax.
See, that's part of the drama.
Yeah, I like that.
Do you know what I mean? That's part of the drama.
I like
3 rounds. They've got to be the best 3 rounds of your life.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's it, you know.
But then I like with 5 because it's like you're not done yet. If this is 3, you win, but then the guy can still come back. So I like either or. The tension is still going to be there, but I do agree from a running point of view, 3 rounds might be the better thing. But who knows? You know, we'll see what happens on the day. Wow, power cut to start off with. Tries to punish with the hop kick, but that has a lot of pushback from Jack, and then he's got a launch on his own.
Tiger uppercut. I love that.
In a way, I think it's dumb that she's got a tiger as a weapon.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but it is dumb. Yeah. But it's fun dumb.
yeah, I have to say it is fun dumb. Oh, wall break, and she goes for the low strings to take it 1 round up to Sammeth. Plus the hop kick in, just goes for it. This time he doesn't punish with the hop kick, rightly backs away. Spikes him down into the ground. Oh,
that nice launch. Now, do you know what? There's one thing that's scary in Jack, and it's a wild Jack.
That just
a Jack that you can't predict.
Downfall 2s just anyway just launches
exactly.
you.
You know, because half the joy of Tekken is reading your opponent. And, you know, if you're like my wife, she plays intelligently random. It doesn't sound like it makes sense, does it?
I like that because people say that's so random, but you know, you can maybe if the player's inexperienced, you could say that. But when he's a good player, it appears random because that's the strategy in itself.
Yeah.
Playing random. If you play by the book and you play by these maths equations, you might become so predictable on what they say flowchart. So I do like the quote random play. But you know, equally you have to try not to get randomed out in matches as well.
Exactly. Now we've got our next player for Team Bliss, who is SSP 1994. Now I really do hope that's not the year that she was born, but that's going to make me feel really, really old. And I don't need that in my life. When were you born?
When was I born?
You were born less than 1994, weren't you?
Yeah, what you mean less as in like...
As in closer to the year 2000?
No.
Okay, good.
I know. No, I'm not one of these young punks. I'm this side of the. I'm the 90s, like 1990. So.
Oh, okay.
So 80s stuff I can relate to. So I know that T-shirt, that Spectre, because I had that, or my brother had it.
I've got a ton of stuff like this.
My brother would love that. My older one. And you'll meet him at the tournament, the Tekken tournament, but because of that influence, the 80s stuff I do know, so I'm not like, hey, I'm born in 1997.
Nothing grinds my gears more. I was born in the year 2000. What? Really? How are you talking? Why are you even walking? You were born in the year 2000.
It's funny, like, you know, when I'm 1990, that was, you know, anyone younger than that was like, oh, there's some kid. But now it's like, when you born 1997 and 8, it's like, wow, and you're in your 20s?
Yeah, exactly. Like, we've got our Injustice player, Redby. She actually does produce content for YouTube as well, and she made a very good observation. People born in the year 2000 are actually 18 this year.
Oh, wow.
They're legal. They can do stuff. That's scary.
Yeah, that's just weird that someone's like 2000 something.
See, here we go. Claudio user. Hop kick.
Hop kicks everywhere. Hop knee, hop kick.
Hop kick. Forward, forward 2. Hop kick. Forward, forward 2.
Yeah. He's very, very predictable. But if he doesn't mix it up, then he's so predictable. You know from afar he's going to be running duck launch, and then they kind of feel like their soul was taken. It's like, what do I do now?
Yeah. Oh, nice launch. Doesn't get a full conversion, but it's a conversion. It's a good conversion. And Sammeth manages to take the win. Now, what I find interesting with Claudio users is they will always test you out by doing is it the while running 2 or forward 2?
It's
while running, isn't it?
Yeah.
I keep saying forward. I don't know why.
I don't know what you mean because the notations are like 3 arrows. So
yeah.
I know what you mean.
They're always doing. Obviously, being a geese user, you let them get away with it a couple of times.
Yeah, their test is like the most obvious test. Like, I'm gonna do this, and if you don't know how to defend against it, prepare to lose. And that was how it was that day 1 audio. Like, what is going on? Until you actually step back and think, I need to just keep ducking. But then when they do the mid mix up, then it's just like,
oh no, it's mid.
Yeah.
What do I do? But no, I like letting them think that they can get away with doing the while running too, and then it's the predictable.
And those things aren't even just about damage. It's like, as we've seen when we saw the previous event, the Wii Geek event, we saw a lot of chickens in Tekken. And,
yes, we did.
You parry the parry. It also makes the person think, I'm not even going to try that. So I might have got low damage out of it, but I'm not going to try it again. So you limit their arsenal by making them think that's going to get punished.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure what they're doing with the controllers here on this. It's fine. Newest person up for team. Oh, I've just done something wrong here. Let's fix that. Danny. Do I need to find out what the problem is? Are they confused? I think they're okay. Right, so what was I saying before? I was saying something about audio users and being predictable and countering.
Yeah, doing it from afar, and they just run and just do that hide.
But then it's always that and the random hop kicks as well.
Yeah.
But is it random?
That's it. Because they know that you think, oh, he's going to do it a lot. It's like, I know that you know, that you know, that I know, that you know, that I know. It just keeps going forever. You think, he's done it once, he's not going to do it again. He does it again. I have to say, you know, following on KOF, I think they ripped some things from KOF. I know nothing's new under the sun and blah, 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 when it comes to, you know, creativity and whatever, it's how you do it. But there's a lot of things that I see from him, and I've made some videos before about him being KOF. He's got Burning Knuckle. Yep. He's got Kyo's throw.
He's got
he throws you on the floor and elbows you. It's like, that come on, man.
Yeah, he's
like,
got a genocide cutter.
Yeah.
Genocide cutter.
Genocide cutter! I'm sorry. Rugal, you know, I love that character. He's got going, it's his stance, he stands like him, like, yeah.
But he looks like a Final Fantasy character.
Yeah. He doesn't have the style and the flair of KOF. KOF characters have a unique way of being simple, but still iconic, and they need to make them stuff. They need to bring out those jackets. Just make those outfits, you know, viable.
Have we,
for retail.
I think we've changed sides, haven't we? Because Sammeth was using.
Yeah, Sammeth was using Kazumi.
Okay, let's switch. There you go.
Oh, gets a full launch there with a cordio. Goes for the wall move. Three hop kicks again. Tries to punch hop knee with a hop kick.
Round 2. Fight.
See, when he gets a starburst, he has a lot of recovery, right? So if he hits you with the last hit of the move, that gives him his starburst. He has to stand there looking at you while nothing happens.
With the moves though, they only come out if it hits. So if it hits you, then your character usually falls away, then he'll go, I'll set it and do it. He has got one move where he hits you with it and he jumps away quite far for him to go into Starburst.
Yes.
But without Starburst, he is limited. So see, like that move hits you away and he's able to go into it, and then he gets access to things like that. So
I see.
He has got he's an annoying character to play, but he's got a simple game plan. So I guess it's a kind of balance of what they've done with Tekken. You know, he's got a low move list, so you go for the move list, like he doesn't have that much. So when you're practicing against him, you kind of know what to look out for and what moves to learn how to punish. But a very good quality player. I play against this player called Nwanzo. Right. He knows how to mix up this simple stuff, and you just get hit by it all the time.
I can't stand him. not a fan.
No, I don't like him.
So there are certain things, I think, with characters, their aesthetic, the way they move, their move sets, everything that you either love or you just can't stand.
Yeah.
And I can't stand him. I mean, I like the flamboyance of him. I understand he's an eccentric character. But come on.
I just don't like how it's come out. I think Tekken didn't help because Tekken 7 didn't have a story mode, and it didn't have a really good one. So you don't really relate to them.
Very good. Yeah.
You don't really relate to them.
Do you know, and speaking of that, I'm not actually quite sure where Geese fits in on this game.
What they've done, they didn't... Akuma, they touted it as in he's part of the story. But even his implementation in the story was like, what was the point? It was pointless. You should have just kept him as a guest character with no story.
Yeah.
With Geese and with Noctis, there's no story-related content. So when he's falling off the roof from that iconic, final bout or real bout ending,
yeah,
I would have liked to see Geese have his own arcade run, and that's you fight him at the last stage. You know, that could have been simple to implement. I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah. So why did they show it in the trailer if it wasn't in the game?
Yeah, they created like
good comeback.
Nice.
That was a good comeback. So Sammeth has managed to win it for Team Something Terrible, which nobody saw coming.
Excellent.
Because, you know, they were terrible, allegedly. So I think that was part of the battle there, you know, misleading. You know, we're going to tell you that we're terrible, and even though we're not.
Yeah.